Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be comparing Shopify versus WordPress. Which is better, and really, which is the best option for you specifically? Because realistically, Shopify and WordPress are totally different and each serve their own purposes within their own right, but do have some fair comparisons if you're stuck and looking to decide between the two platforms. They each come with their own pros and cons. Pricing, we're going to be diving into that all in today's video when we are comparing Shopify versus WordPress. Now, before we dive in, if you want to follow along and support the channel, be sure to check out the first two links down in the description box below. The first one will take you right over to Shopify, where you can get set up with a 14-day free trial. If you are looking to get signed up with Shopify and try them out, give them a shot, then I would definitely recommend that. Like I said, first link down in the description box to Shopify. That's brandonvalesky.com/Shopify. That will take you right over to their 14-day free trial, where you can give them a shot, right? Try them out, start your free trial today. And after that as well, we also have a link over to WordPress, and the hosting provider that I personally use and recommend is Bluehost. So Bluehost is the hosting provider, which if you're going to be setting up with WordPress, you will need website hosting in order to use WordPress. So yeah, that will also take you right over there where you can get started with your WordPress website at Bluehost. That's brandonvalesky.com/hosting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and compare the two platforms, right? So Shopify is primarily an e-commerce platform, right? So if you're looking at getting started with Shopify, it's probably because you want to sell products online. Now, they do also have a small blog where you can post articles as well, although I would say that WordPress is really much better for that. We'll dive into specific details in a little bit here, but Shopify really is primarily focused and aimed around if you are building out an online store, you're going to be selling physical, digital, any kind of product online. Shopify is the platform for you in order to do that. If you want to sell products and be able to have an online storefront, whether it's, a few products, many products, as many products as you want. If you're selling t-shirts, doing print on demand, maybe if you're doing drop shipping, Shopify is great for all of those different methods of e-commerce. And Shopify is really primarily aimed for that. Now, they do have various pricing plans, and I will say Shopify is probably a bit more expensive than WordPress as well, just because it is e-commerce focused and it is a closed system. So everything, that you build in Shopify is kind of locked into the Shopify platform. As far as their pricing goes, like I said, they do have the 14-day free trial where you can get signed up down the first link down in the description box below. And their plans are as follows. I also have a Shopify pricing video if you want more details on the different pricing plans and options that they have. But yeah, so $29 a month is their basic, most popular plan. That's what it's going to run you. So it is a bit more expensive, especially in comparison to WordPress, where a lot of the plans, start out, regularly $10 a month. So it's quite a bit cheaper if you're looking at doing WordPress. And WordPress, you can also expand into online stores with a plugin called WooCommerce. So you do also have that option as well. If you're comparing just like looking at pricing plans comparatively, Shopify is a bit more expensive. But with good reason, because Shopify is really focused and really is the best e-commerce platform, in my personal opinion. I've used Shopify and WordPress and WooCommerce, and I still prefer Shopify personally. It's just it's nice and laser focused on e-commerce. It's super flexible, tons and tons of app integrations as well. Everything's super slick and easy to use. And we will also take a look at a couple of examples here in today's video as well, as far as like what a Shopify store looks like compared to maybe a typical or a more typical WordPress website. Maybe that'll also help you make a decision as to which one you might want to go with. Links to both are linked down at the top of the description box, depending on which one you want to do, whether it be WordPress or Shopify. So yeah, I personally, if you're doing e-commerce, Shopify is definitely the way to go for e-commerce and selling products. It's just a lot more flexible. The themes the themes are great, and products are just easier to promote and sell through the Shopify platform. Now, taking a look at a quick example of a Shopify store, we have Bankroll Coffee, as you can see here. Maybe you're familiar with them. If you're not, no big deal. But really everything about a Shopify store or Shopify website is focused primarily around selling products, right? So if you go to their shop, you take a look at, let's just say some coffee or whatever, everything's primarily aimed around, selling physical products, right? And they have a cart, a storefront. Now, you can also do a blog and writing content through like affiliate marketing or anything like that. You can also do that with Shopify and the Shopify platform, but it's not really designed for building just a typical website and blogging content. So if you're looking, for something just building a store, then Shopify is really aimed for just building a storefront, selling products. Like if you're interested in doing more content marketing and doing, a variety of other things, I would say WordPress as a whole is a lot more flexible in that regard. In comparison. So this is like a typical Shopify store, right? They can accept payments and sell products, right? A typical more WordPress website, this is the Spruce. As an example, they have like home, garden, decor, cleaning, and lots of different types of content. This is primarily what a general or more typical WordPress website could look like, right? So maybe it's a blog, maybe you do recipes, or maybe you do comparison articles, right? Best down comforters, right? So maybe you're doing like more Amazon affiliate or something like that. Then that would be where WordPress makes a lot more sense for you. If you're trying to do a blog, you're trying to write content. As far as for SEO value, I would highly recommend WordPress if you're looking to do any kind of SEO stuff. And Shopify is fine for SEO as well, but it's not the main driver. Shopify, it's mainly aimed at promoting and selling products, whereas the main value of WordPress is writing articles and content and, writing articles and content, a blog or recipes or something like that. Both work fine for SEO realistically, but if you're trying to do more ranking articles in Google, then you're going to want to go definitely more the WordPress route, kind of like how you can see here with the Spruce. Different comparison articles, maybe you're just doing like stuff on Pinterest and then you want to link out to a website, then, WordPress makes a ton more sense. And, if you wanted to eventually sell products with, a WordPress website, you could do that as well with WooCommerce. So you can add WooCommerce onto your WordPress website, in the future in order to, sell products and build an online store within WordPress. You just have to add the WooCommerce plugin, and you can always do that as an option as well if you're looking to do e-commerce with WordPress and WooCommerce. Then you can also do that as well. I have a lot of other videos on the channel as well covering WooCommerce more in detail. But that is a plugin that you can add to extend the functionalities within WordPress as well. So maybe you want it all in one. That you can also do that. Like WordPress is just super flexible, a lot more flexible than like a Shopify store. Shopify is, somewhat more strict as far as like what you can do in there, and the apps, if you want to extend its capabilities beyond just like more or less an online store, then it can be kind of pricey with some of the Shopify apps that you can get and add onto your store. It really just depends on what you're looking at doing with your website and what you're trying to build. Now, I will say some of the pros and cons of each. Obviously, big pros of Shopify is that it's very focused on selling products. They do that very, very well. And however, some of the cons of Shopify is it can be, a bit more expensive, of course. Their basic plan is $29 a month just to have your online store. Whereas, a basic entry plan, that's the starting price at $295 a month, or regularly $999 a month for a 12-month term with a company like Bluehost to do your WordPress website. So WordPress is just a lot cheaper in general. So if you're looking at just a pure cost perspective, there's that. as well. The other, kind of cons of WordPress, I guess you could say, is it's a little bit more on your own. Whereas with Shopify, they have a bigger support team. You're ultimately paying for that support, of course, per month. And you do get a little bit more help. There's less ongoing maintenance with Shopify. Everything's just automatically updated for you. Whereas with WordPress, you kind of have to do a little bit more of that work yourself as far as website maintenance, whether it be, website maintenance or updating things, or if you want to change things, or if you need support. Like if you have a problem with your WordPress website, you can call the host and they can help you out. Bluehost is pretty good about helping you out, of course, with problems if you have any issues. But as far as the ongoing maintenance, like Shopify is pretty much automatically maintained for you. It's not a whole lot, and they really make sure that everything kind of works well together. With WordPress, it's just more open, more flexible. It's a bit more, I guess you could say, the Wild West, right? You could do whatever you want with WordPress, a bit more flexible, a bit more customizable, but, it does kind of come at a cost as far as like a little bit more work maybe on your end as far as managing the website and making things exactly how you want it to be. So that is really the best comparison, between Shopify, right? And between Shopify and between WordPress. Guys, if you want to get started with WordPress, you can go ahead and check out that link down below in the description. That will take you right over to Bluehost, brandonvalesky.com/hosting. Take you right over to Bluehost where you can get set up with your WordPress website, or if you want to start your WooCommerce store, if you're really interested in doing e-commerce and with WordPress, you can do that as well with them. Or if you want to get set up with Shopify or try their 14-day free trial, you can do that as well at the link below in the description, brandonvalesky.com/Shopify. That will take you right over to the 14-day free trial. Of course, all the pricing plans in this video is the current pricing as of making today's video. They are all subject to change. Guys, if you enjoyed the comparison between WordPress and Shopify, or Shopify versus WordPress, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and a notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Guys, that's all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.